there is nice places in Vegas, don't get me wrong, stuff like that, but, you know, the entirety of Vegas is a strange place. It's definitely got all shades of grey in there. I like Vegas, man. I fucking love Vegas. Like I say, if I could live in if I moved to America, I know it sounds a bit fucking corny, like, but I would live in Vegas, man. I fucking love it, man. The gambling, the booze, the girls, the fucking everything is great. It's a bit dodgy to say the girls and shit now, you know, I'm with Claire and stuff like that, but it's still. Just because I'm with Claire doesn't mean the girls aren't still there in Vegas. Like, time to pack up, ladies. Time to go home. Go away from Vegas now. Liam's with Claire, so there's no need for any girls in Vegas anymore. Sorry, ladies. No, I'm sorry, but that's how it is. But yeah, like I say, Vegas is just fucking top notch, man. Seriously. It is the city of sin. That's why I like it. You know? I like how it's like, yeah, we're the city of sin. What of it? I like how it knows what it is and isn't afraid of what it is. That's what I fucking like. It's honest with itself. It's honest with itself. And that's why I dig it. Because Vegas is honest with itself, and so am I. I mean, I've got my fucking vices and shit like that, and, you know, that's why I like fucking Vegas. That's why I like Vegas. It seems to appeal to me on very similar levels. Seriously, I mean, I'm not even kidding me. When I was playing poker a lot, the end game goal was to go to Vegas and live on comps. I was very close to it at one point as well, very close. If I'd have been playing for another year or two and not met Claire, you probably wouldn't have ever fucking met me. You probably wouldn't have ever met me, not unless you played poker in Vegas. That's the only way you'd have met me, and obviously you wouldn't have gone, oh hey, look, it's fucking OTG and stuff like that. It's like, what are we talking about? You're from a different dimension, mate. This OTG of this dimension plays cards in Vegas. That other dimension OTG, I don't fucking know, because you're from a different dimension. Not me. But, yeah, like I say, I played cards in Vegas. And the idea was, get enough of a bankroll going, play decent stakes in Vegas, get well in with the pit bosses and stuff like that, and get regular. And then they'll comp you. They'll comp you hotel rooms and buffets and shit like that. I mean, to eat in Vegas, it only costs you about $2 for breakfast. It costs about $2 for a breakfast buffet, and it could cost you about $5 for a fucking a dinner buffet. It's like you can eat on about £5 a day. That's fucking nothing, is that? That's fucking nothing. $5 fucking quid to eat. And well, the thing is, dude. I mean, it depends which casino hotel you're staying in. Some of them are quite cheap. I mean, granted, not the good ones, but you know, you could stay in a cheap one. And bearing in mind, like, you know, I was going there to kind of like live and just play cards, stuff like that. I wasn't looking for the lap of luxury. I just wanted to play cards. If I could play cards in Vegas for a living, then that was me sorted. The lap of luxury and stuff with that. If it happened, it happened. If it didn't, it didn't. Yeah, man, seriously, when I was in Vegas, on the strip, there was places where you could get your breakfast for $2. Seriously. I remember seeing them all the time. I remember seeing fucking $2 breakfast buffets and stuff like that. Unless I'm mistaken, unless I'm thinking of downtown. You know, the downtown casinos and stuff like that, maybe I'm thinking of the buffets there. Oh, and 10 years ago, 10 years, sorry, yes. 10 years ago as well. Yes, sorry, I did forget about that. That was quite a while ago. Yes. It was, too fucking, can you imagine now? $2, fucking hell. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what price it's like now. I mean, how much is it for a breakfast buffet now? Like fucking $6, $7 or something like that? I don't know. Oh, what happened to the Vegas dream was fucking women. Women happened to the Vegas dream. To be a professional poker player at least in my opinion, if you're starting from the ground up like I was, you know, I didn't like, you know, there's a lot of poker players, a lot of professional poker players that have, they've got families and they've got businesses and stuff like that, but they've got the family and the business before they started playing poker for a living. You know, they bankroll themselves from their business. You know, they already had a family set up and stuff like that. With me, I was starting from the ground up. I had bankrolls of like, you know, turning £10 into like £1,000, stuff like that. I had, you know, 20 quid trying to get it up to like £3,000 and shit like that. You know, I started from note. And the problem with that is, it's risky business when you're living on your bankroll and you have, you know, like your poker money is the money you've got to live on, which is your poker money, which you've got to live on. It's fine when you're by yourself. My problem came when I met Claire, and I took the decision to not play anymore because it's too risky. You see, if I fucked up and I bust out, the only person that gets punished for that is me. You know, I've got to eat like fucking 10p noodles and, you know, fucking shit bread and, you know, fucking crap cereal and stuff like that, you know. I've got to go on fucking rations for a week or two or however fucking long and stuff like that. You know, it's me that suffers. But if I fucked up nowadays, like playing poker and shit like that, it's not just me that suffers. Claire suffers, you know, the cats suffer and stuff like that. You know, I've got to get the cats like crapper food, you know, make the litter last longer. Claire's got to have like less food and crapper food, and same with me and stuff like that. And it's just not right. It just don't feel right, you know. It's like I mean, I have no problems if I fuck myself up from, you know, busting out at poker. That's one thing. It's on me. Tighten my belt, get on with it, suck it up, come back, you know, with another 10 or 20 quid. Fair enough. But the problem, like I say, when I met Claire is I didn't want to, like, it didn't feel right, you know. If I fucked myself up, it's not just fucking, if I bust out, it's not just fucking me up, it's fucking Claire up, it's fucking cats up. And like I say, it just didn't feel right to me. It didn't feel, I mean, do you know what's funny? You know what's funny about that overall? Is Claire actually pushed me to carry on playing poker. Claire still wants me to play poker. Claire loves watching me play poker. And she knows how much I love it as well. I mean, I still love poker, guys. I love poker as much as I love making fucking videos. I always will. There's only been 3 things in my life that I've ever really loved. Gaming, poker, and video making. Those are the 3 fucking things that I've ever really, really fucking had a passion for. And, oh, no, this is a list outside of Claire and stuff like that. Claire and the cats. No, come on. This is obvious. This was like things, not people. These were things I loved, not people and shit. Oh my god. I sound like a right arsehole when you say it like that. I sound like a right douche. The 3 things I love in life, I like beer, I like cigs, and I like money. And fuck people. Fuck them all. You know? But no, I meant like outside of people and stuff like that. You know, obviously I love my fucking mum and Claire and shit like that, and I'm fiercely loyal to my friends and stuff like that, but, you know, outside of that, I'm talking about, like, inanimate things, you know, just, like, things and stuff. And gaming was my first passion, poker was my second passion, and video making was my third passion. And it's funny how they all kind of link around into each other. You can connect them all. Like, gaming was what set me up to like poker, you know, cards, games, stuff like that. Not a far cry. Playing poker made me want to record my games, make videos for them, which set me up into making videos. And then making videos made me want to play games, and record, and it all linked around like that. They can all like link with each other. You can play poker as a game and make a video of it, or you could make a video of a game, and you know what I mean. But the link kind of all in the same vein, let's call it. But like I say, to finish the original story and shit like that, like I said, that's why I didn't play poker no more, and that's why I still don't. Not until I'm sat comfortably on money will I play poker again. When I'm comfortable with money and there's no problems, it feels like if I bust out this amount of money, it's not going to have an adverse effect on me and Claire, then I'll play again. But until then, nah, not until then. I gotta be honest as well, I kind of fell out with online poker, Online poker is not the same as real life poker, and online poker's gone really lottery nowadays. Like, it's like lottery online. Everybody just kind of like goes, oh, 7-2 offsuit, oh, I'll bet 20 quid on that. It's like, oof. How can you play poker against somebody like that? How can you read somebody that's going to go all in with any two cards pre-flop? How can you read that? How can you play against that? You just can't. So live poker is much better. Live poker is much more fun than online poker anyway. It's much different in person. It's a completely different pace. It's much more fun. It's much more social. It's so much better is live poker than online poker. But so like I say, even if I did play poker again, I don't think it'd be online. I'd go back to the live tables only this time, just live tables, not online anymore, only live games. But that's probably what I'll do sometime soon maybe. But I guess I'll do some online poker as well, just for the laugh and for the sake of doing videos and shit like that. Why not? Not on YouTube though. Not on YouTube. I can't do that on stream, maybe. But Claire don't want me doing. Did you hear about this? Have you read about this? Have you heard of this? Typical stand-up comedy fucking soap. But Claire don't want me doing poker videos on YouTube. What is that? What is that? Claire doesn't want me doing them. She's like, oh, well, I don't want it. You can't be like, as much as Claire wants me to play poker, she don't want me doing poker videos on YouTube. Doesn't want me being a bad influence. Don't want me being a bad influence. And I kind of agree with her a little bit at the same time. A little bit. Because you don't want to influence anybody in playing poker. I mean, you are kind of a bad influence, OTG. I mean, it's funny, isn't it? It is funny. Like, I know you're joking and stuff like that, but at the same time, it's kind of true, isn't it? It's like, it's funny, but it's kind of true. At the same time, all the smoking and the e-cig and stuff like that, the swearing, like the way too addicted love for gaming and stuff like that, it's like these are not things that should be emulated to the exact same lengths that I do and stuff like that. But what can you do? I smoke a lot, I swear a lot, I play a lot of games. What can you do? I mean, I'm just me. You can't do anything about it. Yeah, now in my defense about e-cigs, that's not my fault, like, I wanted people to know about the e-cig for the people that smoked. I wanted to convert to an e-cig. Now, I wasn't going to be some preacher, I wasn't going to bash the Bible at them and going, you should stop smoking right away, dirty lungs, and start going to an e-cig and stuff like that. It was. I just told people and get people information about it. I didn't bash anybody into doing it. However, there's one thing I did always say, that if I ever saw anybody say, "Oh, I started smoking an e-cig OTG, but I wasn't smoking before," I would say that is fucking dumb. I mean, people are free to do what they want, but if you started smoking an e-cig when you weren't currently already smoking, then that is fucking dumb. In my opinion, that is fucking dumb, because you're gonna give yourself a nicotine addiction. And then if your e-cig fucks up, you're going to need fucking nicotine. So you're either going to have a bad time, or you're going to run out and you're going to get some fucking cigs. And then if you start on cigs, you might find you prefer cigs. until you've smoked them for years and years, and you want to go, right, I want to go back to the e-cig now, but you shouldn't have done that. Indeed, my heart is indeed in the right place. My heart is indeed in the right place. Like I say, when I was smoking and stuff like that, I smoked on videos just because that's what I did. I smoked on videos, and I ain't gonna like never smoke on videos just because I don't want people knowing that I'm smoking. I don't want people like I don't know. I don't want people to be influenced, stuff like that. It's like, look, I smoke, and that's how it was. That was the beginning and the end of it. I smoke and stuff like that. I'm not trying to fucking influence anybody into smoking. I'm not trying to dissuade anybody from fucking smoking and shit. That's just what I do. Same with swearing, same with playing too many video games and stuff like that. You know, it's just you are who you are and stuff like that. And I give the people respect to make their own mistakes. If you copied something that I did or said and it wasn't right to do so, it's your own mistake. And, you know, that's not on me. And it was entirely on the person that was smart enough to know whether they wanted to do that or not. Like, say somebody did start smoking. I mean, like I say, personally, I think if you started smoking an e-cig when you previously weren't smoking, I think that's a bit dumb. However, I do give people credit enough and respect enough to go, if that's what you wanted to do, that's what you've done. And in the end, if you think you've made a mistake, it's on you. If you don't think you've made a mistake, it's on you. It's up to them. It's kind of funny, actually, because I hated smoking for a long time as well. I hated smoking all the time as a kid, all the way up to about 18. And then when I started going out to clubs and pubs and started socialising outside of like me more tamer circles and stuff like that, then that's when I started to fucking smoke. Started smoking socially, and then you start, you know, like I'd only smoke around people and stuff like that, and then you just start smoking all the fucking time, and there you go, boom. Something about smoking and me went hand in glove. It's kind of like I say, it's weird because I hated smoking. I hated smoking with passion until I was like 18, and then it slowly worked its way in and then grabbed me for 11 years, 12 years. No, I would say I smoked 10 years solid, almost, with spats of the e-cig towards the end and shit like that. And 1 year on the rise. But I smoke too much. I smoke an e-cig and real smokes. I've done that before. Very naughty. It is very naughty. Like, fucking, you smoke a cig, and then you pick up your e-cig and have a few tokes on that. And you talk on that until you fancy another cig, and then you have a cig, and it's like talking on the fucking e-cig. And that's the problem. That's the only problem with. I don't do that anymore. I've done that a few times. It's not like I do it regularly. I've done that a few times. But that's the only problem with e-cig, and it is a really nasty flaw about it. And that's why I think, and that's why I always dissuade people from, like, because I've had a few people say to me, "Oh, should I start smoking an e-cig, OTG?" I'm like, "Well, do you smoke at the moment? Do you smoke like regular tobacco?" And they go, "Oh, no, I just think like an e-cig looks interesting, like get to have nicotine without any of this shit of smoking." I'm like, "Dude, just don't, because an e-cig will give you a fierce nicotine addiction like no other." Now, granted, it's not as bad as like caffeine. I mean, sorry, not as bad as caffeine. It's not as bad as like alcohol. It's similar to caffeine and stuff like that. It's not as it's worse than caffeine, I think, from what I last remember. I think it's worse than caffeine, but it's not that bad. It's like caffeine's cousin, let's call it. But still, I mean, why set yourself up for an addiction? You know, an addiction. It's like, I don't know, it feels like if you go from smoking to an e-cig, you've got the addiction under control. You know, you're trying to make it healthier for yourself, and with the e-cig you can always ramp down. But it feels like if you're going in there and you're going into an e-cig immediately, you're setting yourself up for other addictions like smoking regular tobacco and shit like that, and it's just like, like I say, I've always gone out of my way to dissuade people from doing it. If anybody's ever said to me, oh, I got an e-cig, but I didn't smoke before, I've always said that's fucking dumb. Always, 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 always. Can I ask your opinion on weed? I think it's pretty harmless, so I don't partake myself. Fucking weed's the same level as booze. It's not even as bad as booze. That's my fucking opinion on it. It ain't as bad as booze, and the government could fucking tax it. It's pure stigma and people's own fucking paranoia about it that makes it to be classified the way it is. That's the only fucking that's the only reason it's classified the way it is old people that have had these kind of like all drugs are bad, okay, kind of fucking mentality drilled into them from the fucking 60s, 70s and 80s and shit like that. And it's bullshit all around, really. Bullshit all around. I mean, whether you like weed or you don't, the fact of the matter is the people are consenting adults, and weed isn't as bad as alcohol. So that's my beef. You know, one rule for one substance and one rule for another substance. I don't like that. That's my major beef with it. Like I say, whether you like it or whether you don't like it, whether you have weed or whether you don't, the fact of the matter is, you know, jobs could be created, tax could be earned from marijuana, and it's not as bad for you as alcohol is. It doesn't create the police strain that alcohol does. It doesn't create the hospital strain that alcohol does. And like I say, I'm not bashing alcohol. I'm just saying that, you know, why is one absolutely fine that costs the taxpayer shit tons in policing and hospitals and other bullshit, but the other one that isn't as bad as alcohol doesn't cost anything to the police and the hospitals pretty much, that's not fine. I just find it's a little bit dumb overall. Like I say, I just think when there's jobs to be made and there's tax to be earned, especially when we're in the current economic climate, it just seems daft to not grab it and fucking do it and stuff like that. And it's like, well, what about the children? What about the children? Oh yeah, sorry. I mean, speaking of that, I mean, to loop it back around to what we're saying, you know, about like the influence, being a bad influence and stuff like that. And like I say, don't get me wrong, I do admit, you know, some of the stuff I do, you know, it's not the best of influences. However, in my defense, I've never preached anything of what I do. I've never preached smoking, I never preached playing too much games, I never preached fucking, like swearing and stuff like that. Never preached any of that stuff, you know, whatever. But, and also, like say, in my defense, I've always said it should be a mature audience that watches my videos. Like, at least 15 plus. It should be 15 plus. If you're younger than 15 plus, you're a cheeky motherfucker, and you shouldn't really be watching. But, do what you're gonna do. I mean, I can't stop anybody. I can't stop somebody under 15 watching. And it's not on me to fucking say you can't watch. I mean, there's worse things to watch than my shit. There's worse things to watch than my videos at 15, definitely. And secondly, like I say, I give folk respect to make their own minds. I'm a real strong advocate of, like, one sec, fucking earbuds falling out. Oh, I don't even need my headset on now, do I? Oh, there we go, that makes it a bit fucking easier. Since I'm not playing a game or anything, I don't need my headset on. But yeah, I'm a really strong advocate of, you know, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I please, whenever the fuck I please. And it's not up to somebody else to judge me on whether it was right or fucking wrong. Not unless I broke the law or something like that. It's not on people to fucking judge what I do as being right or wrong. But I give people that same respect as well. It's not up to me to judge whether somebody did something right or fucking wrong. Like I say, I don't think somebody under 15 should be watching my videos. I think they're a bit of a cheeky motherfucker. But at the same time, like, there's going to be people that are under 15 and watching. And it's up to them. It's up to them. I'm not going to judge them for being too young to watch stuff like that. And I'm not going to, at the same time, I'm not going to feel bad that, you know, it might be influencing folk in the wrong way, stuff like that. It's like, it's up to them to do what they're going to do. It's up to them to make their own judgments and their own mistakes and, you know, their own decisions and stuff. It's not up to me. Like I say, you make your own fucking mistakes. Don't you, hey? Ooh. Ooh. You make your own mistakes, don't you, hey? Like, coming near me was a mistake. Coming near me was a fucking mistake. I've got your tail now. What? Coming near me was the biggest mistake you've ever made, Kay. Huh? What did you just do? What did you just do? Did you knock that over? You did. You did knock that over. I saw you. Hey, it's alright, darling. It's something to note. Just bugging you. Just bugging you. Yeah, man, what the fuck has gone on? I was meant to go to bed like, oh my god, it's like meant to be for 4 o'clock. This always happens at the end of a stream. This always happens. I've got to get this under fucking control this week and stuff like that. These epic fucking 2 hours at the end of the fucking stream. I know it is dawn. It's fucking bright outside. Bright as fuck. What do you think of dogs, OTG? I fucking love dogs. I love all animals. I'm a proper softie for animals, me. I tell you this, I've said this before on many a video I've said this. There's 3 things that royally fuck me off. The things that I would judge people for. I definitely judge people on this. I can't fucking stand mistreatment of women, of animals, and of kids. Fucking, they really fuck me off, those 3. Like, they are my fucking buttons, no doubt. I mean, they are for a lot of folk, but they really are fucking me. Especially animal cruelty and stuff like that. I mean, like I said, don't get me wrong, I feel for women and kids and stuff like that, but animals, it feels like they can't defend themselves as well. It's like, I mean, I'm not saying, like, a woman can defend themselves that great, or, you know, like, you know, a kid can defend itself that great, but, you know, animals and stuff like that, what can an animal do? And most of the time, animals don't even realise what the fuck's going on. And like I say, it makes me fucking mad just thinking about it. It really fucks me off. That's why I was saying I want to do a charity stream for RSPCA or something like that. At some point. Start doing some regular streamery for charity, but there's only, like I said, there's only so much fucking money nowadays for charity and stuff like that. Like I said, I actually feel for charities nowadays. You know, with people being so broke for the most part and stuff like that. There's not much money to go around for charities and stuff anymore. But I'll see if I can do something. Doesn't show in Skyrim, Liam. No, it doesn't, does it? It doesn't. I have a strong disconnect between real life and games, though. Very strong. Where's me, Is that it? Is that the monitor? Here we go. Aha. Sorry, I'm just playing around with my, Is that it? Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Is it? I think this is the... Is that it? Test. Test. Oh yeah, sorry. Ooh, I went too loud there. Sorry about that. I was busy messing around with fucking mixers and shit there, just turning my knobs and shit. Oh, that sounds great at this time of the morning. Turning my well, no, they are knobs on there. Fuck it. Fuck you. It's the knobs on my mixer and still I'm just pissing around with them. I don't even know what most of this fucking shit does, man. Like I say, audio equipment goes over my head. I'm not an audio guy. I just, I mean, I'm a video guy and stuff. I do all that video side of shit, but like say the audio side, not so much. So all this new stuff was pretty confusing to me, but I've done alright with it. What the fuck was that sound? What was that, Hi? Did you hear that too? Yeah, you heard that too, didn't you? What was that?